What's up, movie TV Schmoedown fans? You probably know the drill by now. I'm trying to catch up on all the Schmoedown matches I've missed before Season 9 starts. So the next one up is Joseph Scrimshaw versus my good friend Gold Leader. Clearly, you can see which one of them I'm supporting. Like I said, Evan is my good friend. I've been most fortunate to be on multiple shows with him on Let's Talk About Star Wars. I've actually competed in sort of Star Wars trivia against him. I outscored him both times, but let's keep it between us. But, yeah, he's good. He knows his stuff, and I already know he won this because I already know who he lost to. Because, like I said, I know the guy. I talked to him a lot, so, you know. So clearly he wins this, but let's just see how good he does. And also let's see how badly I do, because I can boast all year that I outscored Gold Leader. The fact of the matter is he knows more about Star Wars than I ever will. So, you know, that's the thing. So here we go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown for another super scintillating Star Wars tournament matchup. It is round number 1, and almost as importantly, we got the team back together. That is Andrew Guy, I am Mark Ellis. You know, Andrew, if we're not the A team, we're at least Team 1A. How you been, partner?
I've been good, man. You know, it's been fun calling a couple matches with the big boss, the big man himself, Mr. Chairman, but it's good to have you back here. And what better way to start our, I guess, our reunion than a Star Wars match where you and I will butcher so many things, so many things.
Hey, you know what? If you love something, set it free. I set you free, you come back to me. You and I might have set our best days as far as Star Wars trivia behind, but these two fellas, they know a little something about the galaxy far, far away, and it's a mix of old and new. Joseph Scrimshaw is going to kill me for calling him old. I just meant he was an experienced veteran of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, dating back seasons and seasons. Meanwhile, he goes up against Gold Leader, who's had one of the more impressive rookie seasons that we've seen, period. He's only got one loss, and that's to the guy who currently is the Star Wars champion.
He lost by one letter.
Yeah, you have to think that Gold Leader wants some vengeance, or he's out for blood to get back to Thomas Harper to see, because he's the guy that took him the distance. You know, that was one of the highest scoring matches we've seen in 3 rounds in a very, very long time. And then Scrimshaw on the other side of it, like you said, he's been around for about 4+ years in the MTS, in the Star Wars division. And if you talk about corruption, there seems to be something in the water over there as they're coming off a handful of wins, including our new singles champion, Lady Justice.
Yeah, now I'm not sure how long Yoda was on assignment for in Dagobah relaxing, but I imagine it's about as long as Scrimshaw has been missing from the Schmoedown, but he is back today. Does he still have his Jedi beard? Well, we might find out with this promo. Take a look.
So I'm out here doing my brisk morning walk, as I never do, but it looks good on video. And I hear that Joseph Scrimshaw is the one that they have chosen for Gold Leader to make his triumphant return against. And I gotta say, I'm a little insulted.
Joseph Scrimshaw is still on this draft board, but not anymore.
We've seen him perform under the brightest of spotlights.
Yes, and unfortunately he's come up short more often than not, but here's the fact. You feel good about his chances winning that tournament. I don't care who he's playing.
I've never had a lot of interest in smack talk, but let me say this about Gold Leader. He's very good. What's that about?
Joseph, you know, nothing personal. I love you. I love you. How many losses are we up to at this point?
Joseph Scrimshaw is one of the legends of the Star Wars division. 1 and 3 in Star Wars, it means nothing. He's the only person to really take Damon down to the wire in a title match.
It's gonna be 5. I've lost count. That's about the only thing I'm gonna be losing. Joseph?
Of course, Gold Leader, all the comments that I've read are about slapping that smile, that grin off of his face, but you can't do it. The guy doesn't miss.
But Thomas Harper, you better be at the top, because I'm going to crawl my way back.
I know many of you may be wondering, what is a guy like Joseph Scrimshaw doing on a faction like Corruption? And I often wonder that myself. But I have a freaking Jedi.
You drafted him!
So we're going to roll with it.
I am very powerful in the Star Wars trivia force. but I know my record does not entirely reflect that. And that is because all of my matches have been against very difficult opponents. All of my matches have been at a championship level, which is why this time I had requested to play against a sleepy child.
I'm gonna take a day or two, but I'm gonna come back with a vengeance.
The bell is tolling, and it tolls for thee. Get ready. The paid train is coming, and he looks like me. He looks like me.
I want to win very badly, but not for myself. No, I want to win because maybe if I am victorious, I can turn corruption back to the light side of the trivia force.
Just maybe, there's some good in corruption because of Joseph Scrimshaw.
Maybe not.
So let's have us a match. I'd like to see you try and take me down, because the revenge tour starts right here. And it starts with you, Joseph. Bring your A game, man. Bring your A game.
There is Joseph Scrimshaw, and he is nothing if not a quip machine. He's very funny. He's a very talented comedian. He's the co-host of Force Center, but he also is itching to get back into this trivia competition for a reason, Andrew. He thinks he can make a lot of noise and possibly bust some brackets in this tournament, but as you saw, standing in his way, Gold Leader, who is not to be joked about.
No, even though he might be filled with them himself, he is definitely a guy that you do not want to mess with on the mic, although Scrimshaw does seem to be a guy that can hold his own against Gold Leader. Gold Leader is a guy that loves to talk trash and back it up, and I'm excited to see him and his gold jacket, and I don't know, maybe his manager today. Who knows with that guy?
We'll see what Gold Leader represents, and then we'll also see Joseph Scrimshaw again making his long-awaited return to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It's corruption. It's a Finstock exchange. It's Andrew Guy, for goodness sakes. I am so excited about this match. You ready to get it going, partner?
I'm ready, as long as you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first.
Representing corruption with a record of one win, 4 defeats, and 1 knockout. Joseph, the Jedi Scrimshaw.
Team Shaw.
Hello
is there.
Joseph Scrimshaw. He's back. The beard is not Joseph. You are back from your sabbatical. So I got to ask you, in terms of Star Wars, how are you feeling about this match? Is this Obi-Wan reigniting the lightsaber against Vader after all those years? Is this Emperor Palpatine after taking a long nap and ready to resurrect some stuff in The Rise of Skywalker? How you feel?
This is absolutely Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, who is very at peace with whatever happens, because in the end, victory is self-determined, which is my way of saying, I am only competing against myself. I'm happy to have Gold Leader here while I compete against myself, but this is about me.
I like that. I could actually follow suit on that. The Jedi, I have to ask you, you've been around since 2017. How do you keep up with the times in one of the most competitive divisions in the MTS year after year
still
after
saying
year?
Hello to 2021.
Well, I've had a weird career where I'm kind of here and then I'm gone for a long time. So every time I come in and I refresh. And the way I prepped this time is I wrote down everything I know about Star Wars, and then I watched the movies again and wrote down everything I didn't know about Star Wars, and then went, damn, that's a lot. And then I tried to memorize it. And now I'm going to try to say a very, very small percentage of the things that I memorized.
And his opponent. Representing the Finstock Exchange. With a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat. Gold Leader!
How we doing, folks?
Gold Leader is now in the building. Gold Leader, you've had such an impressive season for any competitor, really, much less a rookie. You are one of those heralded Finstock Exchange newbies, but you've played like a veteran so far. Although recently you took a tough loss to our now Star Wars champion for the time being with Major Thomas Harper. how have you rebounded from that? Or should I say, have you rebounded from that?
I don't know what you're talking about, first of all I know is I came here to win. I came here because it's been a few months. It's been a few months. I don't know what happened last time, but it's been a few months since I played. And I'm ready to get back up on the horse. Hopefully the horse has a saddle, because we're riding. We're going.
Or maybe it's a bull.
So, Gold Leader, when we talk about your opponent today, if you look back at his track record, he's run into a champion of the Star Wars division in every single match that he's been in. Do you think that his experience is going to outweigh yours, or do you feel like this young, fresh, new blood is the new part or the new direction that the Star Wars division is taking?
Well, as Thanos says, if you call failure experience, no, it's like that old adage goes, when you go to take the annual family beach trip, you're going to take the car that you haven't driven in over a year. That's just logical, right? Because it for sure works. It for sure is not expired registration. It sure has up-to-date tags after a year. I don't buy it, I just take the new car. Take the shiny gold new car.
All right, Gold Leader using an MCU reference there. Do we smell inner geekdom in his future? We'll worry about that later. Right now, we got a match to announce. Here we go. Let's get the competitors face to face. With the rules of round number 1, it works as thus. In round number 1, 10 questions from 10 different corners of Star Wars know-how will emerge. Each question's worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. At least there isn't in round number 1. Wink, wink. You each have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. You're not sure you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds. Use one of your 3 Jete rules. You can also simply say, repeat the question. You also each have 1 challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the match. We'll bring your managers in. We'll confirm and ratify if said challenge is taking place. That's going to be your manager making that final all-important call. So, those are the rules, but rules are boring. What's exciting is an actual trivia match. So, Joseph,
tell
you're back.
me
Are
the
you ready to get going, sir?
I'm wearing a Jedi robe and Grogu sweatpants. How could I not be ready?
I gotta get me some of them Baby Yoda sweatpants. And Gold Leader, you seem like you have the right jacket on. You good to go?
Gold jacket, green jacket.
Prepared, so yeah.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! 3 rounds in the Star Wars tournament. Your first question, coming from the category of solo. Gentlemen, you got 15 seconds for this answer. What is the last word of the opening crawl of the film?
You and I both leaping into what's going
a
to Schmoedown
big
there for a hot
part
sec. We're
of
just that
playing
excited
this
to be
game
back.
from the sidelines, not
A couple
actually
weeks ago,
being there,
Scrawl somehow had gotten
is
written
knowing
on
when
the outline,
not to answer.
and I said it out loud.
Knowing when
2,
what your
1. I think
weaknesses
some people
are
actually call it that. Pens down.
before
Let's go to you,
actually
Gold Leader.
step into the ring.
Stars.
Stars is correct. Does Joseph have it?
Stars.
He got it too. Scrimshaw back on the board after all these many seasons. And now we move on to Mixed Bag with an early tied ball game. And your question. Michaela Cole and Jonathan Harden play resistance monitors in what Star Wars film?
I think I've just outed myself by saying what I just said, and now you've told me that that's also called that, so now I know exponentially less about Star Wars than I did when we started this match.
The 2 fellas below us could probably enlighten us as to whether Skrull is accepted at Star Wars conventions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we go to you first, Joseph.
The Last Jedi.
Is correct. Does Gold Leader have it?
I had The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
Well,
All right, and Scrimshaw, the experienced veteran, takes an early
the same
2-1
line
lead.
sometimes.
Yeah, we get to question number 3. Who said it, /quotes. Who says the line, "We're getting reports of a raid at the Festival of Ancestors" in The Rise of Skywalker?
No,
says
Andy,
the
you brought up
line.
a very interesting factoid that Joseph, everybody he's played has gone on to be a champion. Is he the good luck Chuck of the Star Wars galaxy?
Is that Dane Cook?
4.
Is he the Dane Cook of Star Wars?
JTE, please.
That's a JTE for Gold Leader.
Coming from the category of who said it, quotes. Who says the line, "We're getting reports of a raid at the Festival of Ancestors" in The Rise of Skywalker?
If I had to pick who Dane Cook was, in the galaxy far, far away. The Rancor seemed like he had pretty good stage presence. You know, 5.
I got
4,
nothing. I got
3,
nothing on that one. It just makes me happy to think of him as a
1.
Rancor.
I hope he's not watching this. Let's go to Gold Leader first. Do you have it?
Snap Wexley?
He got that when he's back on the answering train. How about Joseph?
Conics.
Onyx.
Oh, wow.
Incorrect. So we have
Neither of those are the
2
answer
to
I had in
2
mind.
early on in the game. No perfect rounds, but we don't expect perfection. We just want fun. So now we go to the next category, which is heroes and villains. And it is. In The Force Awakens, Han Solo said that he used to think that the magical power of the Force was a bunch of what?
I used to think it was real when I was really young. Tried really hard to levitate stuff.
Is there something that you need to
I mean,
enlighten me
I'm still
about?
trying to do that too.
4,
No.
3,
Nope.
2, 1. Pens down, and let's go to another person who knows the Force is real, Joseph.
Nonsense.
Mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Mumbo Jumbo it is. How about Gold Leader?
Mumbo Jumbo.
Thank you.
I really would have liked to have seen Gold Leader answer
On
gobbledygook.
to your next question from the category
but,
of The
I mean,
Empire
that's just
Strikes Back. In The Empire Strikes Back, C-3PO tells R2 that he hopes Luke will survive out in the cold because he is quite clever for a what?
What you been doing with your time there, Andrew? I was in Vegas for a couple weeks there.
I was just at the park every morning, 5 a.m., just waiting. I thought you were pulling one over on me. 3
5.
weeks I was there every morning.
3, 2, 1. We still got it, folks. How about Gold Leader? Did he have it?
For a human?
Human being.
That is correct. And Joseph Scrimshaw.
Human being.
Yeah.
The temptation
I
to write
only
a
got
joke
half.
answer to Luke Skywalker is a what was very powerful.
Resisting every fiber in his body. He got the correct answer, and so it is still tied 4-4 as we move on to question 6 in this round. A New Hope.
It's only half an answer, so I'm not getting myself a
The
point
category
for
in the
that.
question.
Sorry.
What did Uncle Owen tell Luke that his father did as a profession before he died?
Race car driver. I know we can't say answers, but that's what I would have guessed.
I mean, if you gotta tell a lie, that's a pretty fun one.
Wait, I should
4,
know it, but
3,
for some reason it's not coming
2,
to me.
1. Pens down, and we're going to your
Okay,
first.
I got it. I got it now. I got.
Navigator on a spice freighter.
Sounds like a drug runner to me. How about you, Gold Leader?
I also put Navigator on a spice.
It's amazing
Came to me too late,
that they're
so
in
no
sync
answer
like
for me.
this. 5.
Wearing the
down.
same outfit. Very
Right.
embarrassing.
Right. One of us has to change.
All right, question number 7. We have a tie ball game here coming from the category of Return of the Jedi. In Return of the Jedi, EV-9D9 tells R2 that he will be used for his master's what barge?
I revisit this movie every so often. And when I say every so often, I mean just about nightly. And I love it even more every time, Andrew.
Is it that easy?
You
of
still
an answer?
don't know the answer.
Can't be
Every
this
night
answer.
you watch this movie.
One. I did know this answer, I promise. Let's go to Gold Leader. Did he know the answer?
Master Sail Barge.
That is correct. How about Mr. Scrimshaw, the Jedi?
I
It is
want to
that
be the
easy.
most like Gold Leader, so I'm also going to say it like a sleepy vampire. Sail.
I would love to see these.
I was
two
gonna compliment your drawing, your little details on the board. You know, I'm taking it back. I'm taking
Fair
it
enough.
back.
Fair enough. I'm sorry. That was cruel. I
What do we do in the
apologize.
shadows,
Got it.
we answer correct Star Wars trivia questions. This next one, it's from Attack of the Clones, and it
Attic
is.
of the Clone.
How many Oscars was Attack of the Clones nominated for? And Andrew, I don't know if you are a fan of what we do in Shadows, but the Jackie Daytona episode does have a Star Wars connection, and it's pretty fantastic.
My mom was in town last week, so it was just true crime all day, every day for a week.
One. Your mom likes true. Okay, we're learning new layers about the Guy family. Let's go to pens down first. Joseph Scrimshaw
4.
I said
is
2.
incorrect. How about Gold Leader?
1.
Just the one for visual effects. A crime
Really?
amongst film and humanity.
So,
I know Gold Leader is right,
but
but he shouldn't be.
visual
The universe
effects.
should be wrong.
You know,
And
Can
maybe
will those other 3
score.
nominations into existence. Here we go. Your penultimate question in round number 1 comes from the category of The Force Awakens. In The Force Awakens, after a TIE fighter blasts the cannon on the Millennium Falcon, Finn says that is now stuck in what position?
It happens to me when I play video games. Is one of the buttons starts sticking, and you're like, "Up, Bo Jackson's not running any touchdowns now."
What game are you playing?
Tecmo Bowl 3.
I'm gonna wait to
1.
see if one of the
Pens
answers-
down, and we
one of
go
the
to
answers-
Gold Leader first. Did you have it?
forward position.
The forward position's correct.
That's exactly what I
Scrimshaw.
said. Ha, ha, ha.
Lock position.
That is incorrect, and
I
so
knew
all of a sudden it
something.
was even, and now we have Gold Leader pulling ahead by 2. We have one more question in round number 1, and that is going to be in the category of The Last Jedi. This is the original, not the remake. Your question for a point.
There's a remake.
In Episode 8, The Last Jedi, what type of beeps does Poe want BB-8 to have as they approach the First Order in the film's opening? We are getting specific here.
Yeah. I feel like that's similar to telling someone, why don't they smile more? That's what I feel like when I hear that. Come on, Poe.
First person I tell that to is Batman. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like a bad thing happened, but you're rich. Smile. Joseph Scrimshaw, you have this answer.
Happy beeps.
Full beep.
We doing happy beeps. Scrimshaw back
Okay.
on the answering train himself. How about Gold Leader?
Why don't you beep happier?
For us,
I
that is
was
correct
considering happy
for a
beeps,
point, and so
but I
it is
changed it
9
midway
to
through
7.
the
I gotta
whole
say, Andrew, I'm
beeps. I
impressed
thought
with
that would
both
be more
gentlemen.
correct.
They are
Never
both
mind.
coming off a little bit of a layoff when it comes to competing in Star Wars matches and both adjudicating their knowledge very well. 9 to 7 after round 1.
I think they've done a great job, and obviously it's really nice for the Jedi that there was no perfect round out of his opponent. Only 2 points separate them as we head into round number 2.
And that's
Ellis,
exactly the number
what
of
are the
points
rules?
I got. I need
It's
a
like
new
we're going
marker.
back to Vegas because just like a roulette wheel, this one spins round and round. It is virtual. We don't have the kind of cheddar to send you each an actual wheel to spin. So you will spin the virtual wheel with your force-wielding mind. Once it settles on a category, 5 questions emerge from that particular realm. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question does recede to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, you get 1 free repeat of the multiple choice options should you need it without having to sacrifice HATE. Well, I almost said sacrifice JTE. That would have come off weird.
We don't want to
Please
do
do
that.
not sacrifice JTE.
Not until the blood moon.
Gold Leader, you are in the lead by 2. Would you like to spin that wheel first or defer to your opponent?
Let's defer.
Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
You're looking sharp, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Look, I don't have much to tell you. You want to come here and have fun. I want to win. But I think that we both just want to come and do what we got to do to get through this match, because Gold Leader is going to be great. You're going to be great. There's nothing I can tell you that you don't already know. I'm just going to come in here and give you a couple technical pointers, because you are a Jedi Master and I am some sort of Star Wars reference that I don't even know yet. Nobody fill in that blank, please. So just a couple quick things in round 2 when we get up there. Just make sure that your hands are visible the full time. With an opponent like Gold Leader, I would be very weary of how you answer these questions, because I think if you drop anything, he'll pick it up. So strategically speaking, we want to kind of see, do we want to check the multiple choice if we have to? Do you want to shoot for it and just try for 2? I think we got to be very careful how we play this, but I think this wheel is going to be great for you. Anything you got for me before they cut me off?
No, thank you. You are, you know what my Star Wars reference is? You're a human being.
That's
Nice.
I'll take it.
Really? I was gonna go with a
There goes the
Zygerian
wheel,
queen,
round
but I
and
mean
round.
that's
What
just me.
category is it going to settle on? Joseph put a good spin on this wheel.
You sure did.
Good movement there.
Yeah. All right, and he spun mixed bag.
Okay,
So,
mixed bag
Joseph, you
could be
do
an
have a
interesting
mulligan, which is
category
golf
to pick in
for
Star
do-over.
Wars.
Do you want to keep mixed bag or spin again? You have 60 seconds to talk it over with the queen. To me, she's royalty.
Well, here's the way I'm feeling, Queen, is that fear is not the way of Jedi. However, a healthy concern is, in mixed bag questions are often weird. So I would like to spin again from a place of concern, not fear.
I don't fear anything, so I agree with you. Out of an abundance of concern, because we want to put on the best show possible for you, my darling, let's spin that wheel again.
Thank you.
And thank you for that, Joseph. I'm sure Andrew and I are going to borrow that line in our personal lives.
All right.
I wonder if next year we'll write in that there is no grunting during the spinning of the wheel, just like they did to tennis.
I'm a very unique Jedi. I must grunt to use the Force.
All right, that is indeed. We got to get way up there. It is a dead tie, so we defer to the previous movie, and that is The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh.
And there is Gold Leader, and we go back to Andrew Guy, who will be administering the 5 questions to Joseph Scrimshaw in this round. Worth 2 points apiece, unless he needs multiple choice, Mr. Guy.
All right, in the category of The Empire Strikes Back, your first question. Which character in the film says the line, "Right now, I feel I can take on the whole Empire myself"?
Dak.
We need the full name.
Dak Walter.
Yep.
That is
well,
correct.
They needed
for
the full
2
name.
quick
I
points
knew only
here
the
in
first
round
name.
number
so
2,
that's-
onto your second question.
Again, not a point for me.
In The Empire Strikes Back, the opening crawl states the evil Lord Vader blank with finding young Skywalker.
I feel bad about this because it's the name of my other podcast, Obsessed. Thanks for the plug.
No problem. We will be accepting the check in Bitcoin.
Is that
2
the first
points.
time we've ever had an answer also be the name of someone's podcast? That's got to be the first time in Schmoedown history, right?
Lucky spin of that wheel there. And PJ does say it's the first time, so 4 points so far and a perfect round 2 here for Joseph Scrimshaw as we get to your third question in The Empire Strikes Back. In The Empire Strikes Back, when C-3PO is first introduced, he is trying to not be blamed by R2 for turning on what?
Multiple choice.
And I can provide you with those 4 options. Is it A, ion generator, B, thermal heater, C, the Pilux drive, or D, the Harris module?
B, thermal heater.
That is correct for 1 more point. 5 points so far as we get to your penultimate question here in The Empire Strikes Back with a score of 12-9. Joseph Scrimshaw. In The Empire Strikes Back, when discussing Luke's safe return, C-3PO calls R2 a stupid little what?
Multiple choice.
And your options are A, short circuit, B, droid, C, buzzer, or D, greaseball.
A, short circuit.
That is correct for 1 more point. 13-9.
Not missed a beat since he was last on this stage, Andrew. A very good round, and he's got 1 more question.
And I love the checkdowns there as he knows his opponent is prowling for those steals. Your final question in the category of The Empire Strikes Back. In The Empire Strikes Back, according to Captain Valdez of the Alliance, which 2 groups will stay behind to fly the speeders?
7 and 10.
Wow. That is a great pull there. 2 more points for the Jedi. 15-9 and a perfect round number 2, Ellis.
And Joseph Scrimshaw setting the bar very high with his veteran Jedi experience. And now it's going to be Gold Leader's turn, so Joseph can relax, and we'll bring in the manager of Gold Leader of the Finstock Exchange. Today it's Moose Haas.
Well done, Gold Leader. Well done, buddy. You talk about getting back on the horse, man. You're in a sprint.
Thank you.
Joseph right now is mimicking the sloth that he has on the poster in his wall. Okay.
I really wanted to say when C-3PO was talking about getting the blame for turning something on, I really wanted to say the Force Center podcast, but I didn't. I really held back.
Well done. Shows restraint. Good job, buddy. Hey, man, you're kicking butt. You got 2 JTs. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Water under the bridge. Let's keep going.
Yeah, you look good, man.
Yeah. I swear I do not have Vaseline on my cap. I promise.
Maybe a little
It's
bit.
baseball, folks. It's baseball. Let's go.
It's going to be spun by Gold Leader's mind. And Andrew, you look at how Moose's angle is set up. You just wonder, is he one of those people that virtually fires folks?
I think he does, and I think he fires people at Orange Theory. If you look even closelier,
it depends on how this match goes, gentlemen. Okay.
All right, Evan. All right, Gold Leader, you got to
Hey, Golden Evan! He slipped off. He Golden Evan.
There you go.
I don't need
to really use the Force here, Gold
hokey
Leader.
religions and ancient weapons to spin this wheel.
The Major
some
League
gummy
reference,
gobbledygook.
Gold Leader was a great reference. Maybe wrong crowd for the Star Wars division.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Do you enjoy Revenge of the Sith, or at least enough to field questions about it? You have 60 seconds to decide if you'd like to spin again.
We're going for it. This is one of my favorites.
All right, Gold Leader. While your manager is apparently doing a Jason Bateman and Up in the Air impression, you now have 5 questions to field in the category of Revenge of the Sith. We do ask both competitors to let us see those hands at all times in the event of a steal. So here we are. 5 questions worth 2 points unless you need multiple choice. And you're first. In the film Revenge of the Sith, what is the first line spoken in the film? We need the exact quote.
Lock onto them, R2.
Lock onto him, R2.
That is correct for 2 points. He's apparently seen the
my
film,
favorite
and
Star
now
Wars
we
movie.
go to your next
If I
question
don't know it,
of 5.
I'm
Here
going to
it
be
is
very
for 2 more
embarrassed with
points.
myself.
In Revenge of the Sith, who is the second Jedi killed because of Order 66?
Ayla Sakura. On Felucia.
Ayla Sakura.
They rest in peace. That is correct for 2 more points.
like I
And
said,
now,
it's my
all of a
favorite
sudden,
Star
just
Wars
like
movie.
that,
Of
this
course
is what
I know
Gold
it.
Leader does. He cuts the lead of Scrimshaw to 2 points. He has 3 questions remaining. He could tie it.
The answers are coming
He
to
gets
me
this
way
one right
faster
off the
than they're
bat.
coming to Gold Leader, so
Gold Leader
I gotta say something,
in
right?
Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. After Palpatine announces the creation of the Galactic Empire, Padme says, "This is how what dies." Excuse me. This is how what ends, with thunderous applause.
Liberty.
It's Liberty, but it is dies.
I thought it was. Thank you for ratifying that.
Well,
this is.
well,
Yeah, thank you.
You're not crazy.
This is how Liberty dies.
We're all just here lifting each other up with our nerdery. That is a tied ball game, is what we have. We have. Well, it's also Liberty Dives is the name of Gold Leader's podcast.
Right.
So we have.
See, that's how I knew that one.
questions
Yeah, it's
remaining. Your
so it's
penultimate
let's
question
not go
for
about
the
Star Wars.
outright
That's what I
lead
thought.
in this match. In the film Revenge of the Sith, the opening crawl states, "There are heroes on both sides. Evil is what?"
Everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
It is everywhere, man. That is correct for 2 more points. He has the outright lead over Scrimshaw by 2. He could up it to as many as 4 points.
Doing perfect so far in this
He hits
round,
this
so-
final question. Here it is.
One more question.
What species is Jedi Master Plo Koon?
Kaldorian.
Keldor.
That's a big no duh, and that is correct for 2 more points, 19-15. Joseph Scrimshaw, very impressive match so far. Here comes Gold Leader surging from behind and taking a 4-point lead as we head into
And the
round
only
number
reason
3.
I know
This is the
that
round.
answer
It
is
will
because
determine
I've
the
been on
match
a show
lest we
with
go
Gold
to
Leader.
sudden death, overtime.
Or rather
In
watch.
this round, each
I
competitor will
wasn't
face
there
3
that
questions
day, but
of
you
increasing
get my
difficulty
point.
and point value. Your first question is worth 2. Next question is worth 3. Final question is worth 5 big points. 10 total points available to each competitor in this round. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 3. How do we get those questions? You might be asking at home or on the road or at the gym, wherever you are. You're probably wondering. I'm here to tell you. Well, we get a series of numbers from each competitor. Each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a unique category of Star Wars Schmoedown know-how, so do not pick the same numbers as your opponent. And for the right to do that first, we go to Gold Leader, who is in the lead by 4 points. Gold Leader, what 3 numbers feel destined from 1 to 20?
I'm going 2, 3, and 7.
2, 3, and 7. He's keeping it single digits. Now to you, Joseph Scrimshaw.
I'm going to go 20, 19, 18 because that's easy to remember, and Gold Leader took 2, so I couldn't do 1, 2, 3.
I was waiting for a moment there, buddy, to see if Joseph was going to plug another one of his podcasts with his numbers picked, but he didn't. So, dude, perfect round 2. Well done, man. You took your time with the answers. You locked in on them. That's what Gold Leader does, right?
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Jimmy shoots, Jimmy scores.
That's right. All right, buddy. This is it. We got to wrap it up. You get to sit tight for a little bit. He's got to answer some questions. Take a chill. Cheers, my friend. Well done. Let's win this thing, right? Yeah,
yes.
Let's finish it up.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Cheers.
Joseph Scrimshaw, are you having a good time?
I'm having so much fun.
That's usually not the MO of a member of Corruption, but because I need you to do me a favor and beat yourself, because you're only playing yourself. No, just in context.
Yes.
In context, you creeps. Because you are only playing yourself. Gold-plated does not exist, okay? Whether we win or lose or whatever happens here, Gold Leader loses at life because the kid can't even make his bed. You are a winner. So, you just have to beat yourself.
Yeah, you know what? I think what I really need to do is just keep in my heart my favorite quote from Padme Amidala. This is so how liberty ends. And I think
so how liberty ends.
I think if I keep that incredibly accurate Padme quote in my heart, then I think everything will be okay.
Yeah, and what was the other one? Something like that ended with man, which I'm pretty sure was not the quote. An emergency man or something. I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe I should have challenged it. God.
No.
Wasted opportunity.
No. It's all fine.
I'm playing your game, Jedi. Go do what you do.
Yes. Thank you for letting me stay in the light, Queen. I appreciate it.
I'm trying.
All right, so now competitors back, and we don't have an update as to the status of Joseph Scrimshaw's bed currently. We assume it's made, but we just don't know. Here's what we do know. Joseph Scrimshaw has 3 questions, Andrew, and he's going to have to hit some of them to avoid the TKO at the hands of Gold Leader. And so he did make it very easy on us. He selected 3 numbers in descending order, the first one being 20. And that corresponds to what category?
That's right. Number 20 is going to correspond to the category of The Force Awakens. You're going to have to hit your 2 and your 3 to send it back over to Gold Leader. Starting here for 2 points. Who says the famous line, "May the Force be with you"?
Leia.
That is correct for 2 quick points.
She says that
and
right
we are
at
at
the
17-19 with a chance to take the lead. You chose number 19, which is going to correspond to the category of Attack of the Clones for 3 points and the lead. In Attack of the Clones, according to Master Yoda, what flaw is more and more common among Jedi?
Arrogance.
Or maybe Gold Leader is a Jedi. 3 more points there to Joseph Scrimshaw. He's taken the lead 20-19. Ellis, it's Gold Leader's turn.
It is Gold Leader's turn. Now, Gold Leader, you had a 4-point lead, which is quickly dissipated at the hands of your opponent. He now has a 1-point lead. You can regain that if you hit your 2-point question. Here we go. You selected number 2 for your category, and that mystery is revealed as the Jedi Order. And your question. Jedi Master Kit Fisto pertains to what humanoid species from the planet Glee Anselm?
He's a Nautolan?
It's the same kind of workout equipment that Andrew John
I know
uses
he's a
on daily
Nautolan, I
basis.
just didn't...
That is correct for 2 points, and more importantly
question.
for Gold Leader in his camp, 21-20. He enjoys a 1-point lead, so we go back to Joseph Scrimshaw for a 5-pointer. He's got to have it.
That's right. The Jedi, you
I didn't
selected
understand the
number
answer.
18 for your 5-point question, which is going to go to the
Ask
category
what
of
is Kit Fisto's
heroes
species? I would have
for
gotten.
5 points, and to force your opponent to answer just a couple more questions. In the category of heroes, name the Jedi killed while riding a speeder bike on the planet Salukami in
Salukami.
Revenge of the Sith.
Stas Ali.
On Salukami, Stas Ali is murdered.
Appreciate the correction, and I'll even give you 5 points for it. A big hit, and I mean, I thought I said it right. Ellis,
people, characters in the Star Wars galaxy say that planet wrong, so don't feel bad.
God.
All right, well, he has forced the hand of Gold Leader. Gold Leader, you're not trailing by 4. That's the bad news. The good news, 8 possible points still on the table for you, but they're split up into your 3-point question and your 5-point question. So hitting this will be nice for stats, but you're going to need to hit that 5-pointer. Where we are is a 3-pointer, and we'll focus on that for now. You selected number 3 for your 3-pointer, and that corresponds to the category of creatures and alien races. And your question.
Please be about Cascano.
For 3 points, to cut the lead to 1, what species is the bounty hunter Bosk?
Trandoshan.
Got to even show up to a job interview with shoes on. I mean, how can you
Wearing
take it seriously?
Suit from
That's
Doctor
correct.
Who, just saying.
For 3 points, and now it is merely a 1-point lead. Andrew Gold Leader had a 1-point lead, and now Joseph Scrimshaw can claim that. Gold Leader now has his 5-pointer. If he hits it, he will advance the movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars tournament. Should he miss, Joseph Scrimshaw will be going on to round number 2. Your question? For your 5-pointer, you selected number 7, and that corresponds to somewhat of a familiar category for you, Revenge of the Sith. And the question for the win.
I've been Revenge of the Sith.
In Revenge of the Sith, as Obi-Wan is leaving Utapo, what emergency code does he use to try and call for aid?
I want to make sure I got this. 913.
And your winner, Gold Leader gets the win with a very specific call for aid that he and Joseph Scrimshaw didn't need today, but he hit that, and we're going to let the Finstock Exchange down a Gucci today, celebrate in the green room, and momentarily they will be joined by Jen Sturger. All right, so Andrew, I am amazed by the performance of both competitors, but we'll celebrate Gold Leader in a second. Joseph Scrimshaw did not just come to get some FaceTime and plug a few of his many podcasts. He came to win, and he got damn close to doing it. He really did. I mean, that's why I truly believe the Star Wars division is the most cutthroat in the entire movie trivia Schmoedown. You talk about how he played today. I think it was just 3 questions in round 1 that he dropped. But then you look at the rest of his match, checking down to multiple choice in round number 2, going perfect in round number 3, and he still walks away with the loss. I love the way he played the game today, but unfortunately for the Jedi, Gold Leader was just a little bit better all the way through.
It seemed like he got warmed up. He had an early miss, and then he was just going, and now he has gone to the second round. And for an interview with him and his acting manager, probably better manager to be honest with you, Moose, we're now going to turn it over to Jen Sturger. Jen, I imagine the fellas are pretty happy for the time being.
You're here. You made it. Congratulations, Gold Leader, on a well-fought victory today. I got to ask you, is it intimidating going against somebody like Joseph Scrimshaw that has just the legacy and kind of the resume? Like I said, like I believe Mark said earlier, he's kind of the good luck Chuck of the Star Wars division. So maybe that bodes well for you.
I will tell you, I literally do not understand the word intimidating, and I need a definition. So I don't think so. I don't think he intimidates me, whatever that means.
Moose.
Well said.
Well done today as you're managing duties. How was it being on this side of the game?
Well, unfortunately, my only other time managing was one of JTE's losses. So now at least I'm batting 500 as a manager here. But I mean, look, it's easy when you have an all-star like Gold Leader here to be able to manage, right? I mean, all day long we were quizzing him, and there wasn't one that we threw at him that he missed. The first round miss, honestly, you ask him that question 9 times out of 10 and he's going to get it, right? So it was amazingly easy. Evan is a champ. He's going to bring home this Star Wars belt to the Finstock Exchange. We'll have it up on display in the Finstock Hall. It'll be wonderful.
Yes.
In a Finstock hall. There's a hall? Weird.
There's a hall.
I don't think he won anything of yours that's worth value at Gucci's place. I'm just putting it out
actually
there.
one of the reasons why Gucci's not here. We're actually doing renovations in the hall, so he had to personally go oversee those.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyways, I was kind of surprised that you had those few misses in the first round. Where do you think any preparation fell through the cracks on that part, or is it just the questions are just that good? PJ Campbell's just that good at his job.
I think PJ's a hero. You know, I love the challenge. I always love the challenge. I think PJ is always the number one. He's great, but I don't know what happened. If you want me to be honest, I honestly don't even remember what the question was. I won't remember.
You blacked out?
I've entirely blacked out. I have no idea what's going on. Yes, there's a match that happened today, right? That happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened. We're all here for it.
I just want to say this isn't a bed. Shannon called out me not making my bed. This is a painter's sheet with items under it. Go back through. Rewind, look, it's got paint stains on it. My bed does not have paint stains.
Gold Leader, she also told
I'm not touching
Joseph
that
to
with a
beat
10-foot
himself.
pole. This is a family show.
This is a family show, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So don't worry about that. She told him to beat himself.
Yeah. That's true.
My bed has paint.
Your messy bed is fine.
She started.
Anyways, moving along, gentlemen. Jesus, I feel like I'm at recess with two 12-year-olds. Anyways, you do have your work cut out for you. Obviously, you'll be facing Laura Kelly in the next round. What are you prepared to do to go up against someone like Laura Kelly?
I'll say this. I will probably study. I don't know.
Probably.
I could be wrong. I believe that's going to happen.
Is studying really part of your thing, or?
See, things change. Circumstances change, as Lando says.
I mean, clearly, there's paint stains on your painter's whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. When you take a fall like Gold Leader did, I know that I fell, obviously. When you take a fall like that, you do not want to do it again. And I won't. I'm not going to let it happen. So, all I'm saying is, Laura Kelly, better watch out. Whoever is, up after that, better watch out. And then Thomas, you better watch out.
Well, you do have now the luck of Joseph Scrimshaw on your side, the good luck Chuck of the Star Wars division. So congratulations on a well-fought victory today. And best of luck to you the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Abaroo!
Oh, we're off.
Huh.
I mean, look, it could be exasperating to interview either the winners or the losers sometimes, and so we're just sorting through. But look, the bottom line is this. Those two ne'er-do-wells who may or may not be in between social studies and gym class did get a big win here today, and they will be advancing to face the great Laura Kelly. And so if you're Joseph Scrimshaw right now, I think the big question, Andrew, is you played lights out today. How do you want to advance in the Schmoedown? You know the offer is going to be there. Does he want to continue to compete? Does he want to continue to beat himself with Star Wars knowledge?
I think so. I'd love to see more of Joseph Scrimshaw out on the MTS battlefield, because when you talk about how much time has been coming or has gone between each of his matches, it takes a long time to ramp up. Gold Leader, on the other side of it, has played as many matches as Scrimshaw has in his entire career just this year. So when you talk about experience, it's always a great thing, but you got to shake those cobwebs off. You have to get comfortable in your own skin. And I really felt like we saw that out of Joseph Scrimshaw today. I just think he maybe just needs to get a few more reps, and hopefully Corruption will find space for him to do so.
He's a delight, and his performance against Gold Leader's win made the match an all-timer. Now we go to Jen, who's probably going to ask Joseph about playing against himself.
Yes, audience. Those were paint stains.
Shannon?
Oh, no, maybe, you know what? Maybe they were, because I just found one of Evan's original paintings, and I think it's on sale for Etsy, but they're just not charging anything for it, because
I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's a shame. Oh, it looks so much better in person. Wow, that's impressive.
That is terrifying. Anyways, a tough loss today, Scrimshaw. Look, you're one of those people that, regardless of whether they win or lose, they're always a delight to have around. Do you feel like the fact that you didn't play the first half of the season would kind of put you at a disadvantage in this match? Because listen, you came in at like the highest stakes possible. The only way this is more high stakes is if you came in and got a title shot right off the bat.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is honestly like a big part of it is I am thinking of seriously asking the movie Trivia Schmoedown if I play again, maybe saying I will only do it if I can have a couple of rookies first. Just easy victories. Not easy victories. I'm joking. But what I mean, honestly, is truly the way I've been playing. It's always against somebody who is a future champion or already has been a champion. And I knew that this was that's what this match was. You know,
but that's kind of the thing, though, is like this class of rookies is the real deal. Like Gold Leader is a rookie. It's just you're going up against kids. That, and I say kids just because, you know.
You're going up against kids who have nothing better to do with their lives.
Star Wars division in and of itself is just...
Shannon said it best.
Yeah, Gold Leader is great. I watched his matches going, is there a weakness? And one of the only weaknesses I found is that every once in a while when he laughed, his earbud used to fall out. And I thought, maybe I can get him there. But now he has nice headphones. So what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I was thinking maybe the gold jacket might be a weakness, you know, laundry in particular. Who knows? But like I said, I feel like if you would have come in a little bit earlier in the season and maybe gotten a few extra reps before the tournament started, that might have really benefited you today. Did you feel like you lacked any kind of preparation? I know you said you watched the movies and then you wrote down all the things you didn't know and then you memorized those things, which is a lot. Do you feel like that was an effective strategy for you today?
Well, in terms of victory, obviously not, because I did not win. But here's the honest truth. Joking aside, I put a ton of time in this. It's extremely hard for me to put the amount of time in that the movie Trivia Schmoedown deserves, and it's gone an extra level of depth in the last year or so since I've played with memorizing model numbers, even more direct quotes. It is just a tremendous amount to study. So for me, coming back, I really have to, decide, do I have that time to put in the studying? And then it really does just come down, obviously, to the will of the Force and to the questions. Everybody who's competed, everybody who watches knows sometimes you hear your competitor get questions you could get, and then not the other way and all that. And with my whole career with playing, one game and then get knocked out, it is hard to get on a roll. It is hard to get that information just being something that's in the Rolodex and not something that every year or year and a half, I got to get back in there.
Yeah, and you mentioned the specificity of the questions. It's not just that; it's the universe expanding, as you will, because obviously they've had to, widen the breadth of questions that they can ask because we are getting so specific. It's like eventually you'd run out of things to ask.
I'm hoping that's the case. See you later.
But that said, Scrimshaw, do you want to come back? Like, do you, I know you said that you just were wondering whether or not you have the bandwidth to do this. Please tell me that doesn't mean that you're considering leaving.
No one's ever really gone. That's a Star Wars quote.
I got that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know.
Wait, it is? From what movie?
Technically, too. Yeah.
That's wonderful. You learn something new every day, Jen.
Especially with you, Shannon, because you don't know any of these movies.
Always. Listen, real talk though. We do need to acknowledge that Joseph Scrimshaw made himself available for me and
Absolutely.
for our team and for himself.
And I know that was a big concern of yours, though, Shannon, was that he was not going to be available until the middle of the season in terms of play.
Well, he looked pretty damn available today, didn't he, guys?
He did.
Sometimes if you ask nicely, you can get what you want. We didn't get the win today, but honest to God, I'm happy that you decided to do this for us and again for yourself. And you did beat yourself. You beat yourself, and I'm doubling down on this because you got.
Can we say defeated? Defeated. It's right there.
No,
it's right there. Defeated.
Because you did what you had to do in round 3, despite this not being what you do all day. I mean, in the Schmoedown world, I know this is what you do you know,
I
outside.
do just think Star Wars things. Yes.
Yeah, so you do a lot of great things for Star Wars. But you beat yourself. You came in and you did exactly what I needed you to do in round 3, and you hit every single question because you were only playing yourself, and I appreciate
Shannon,
that.
If you
what?
keep
You
saying,
know what?
If you keep saying it, Shannon, they're eventually going to want to put it on a shirt in Star Wars text. It's like, George or not, you must just be yourself. I'm done with this interview.
Do I get 15% or what? My idea, Harloff, mine.
Oh, but Joseph, always a delight to see you. I'm sorry that it's not under better circumstances for you, but I hope it's not the last time I see you, because like I said, you're just an absolute delight every time.
Well, thank you. It's always fun. Shannon was great. Everyone else with Corruption was great. We had a couple practice sessions, and it was tons of fun. And ultimately, to me, that is what matters most, is that it stays fun, and it really was.
Well, best of luck to you in the future, man. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, well, Andrew, you have it there. I mean, we're just doing everything on this particular match of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. We're plugging podcasts, we're making merch ideas, we're having fun, as Joseph would say. And just judging from that interview, I have a feeling we're going to see Mr. Scrimshaw a few more times in the Schmoedown before he gets that permanent blue ethereal glow. Is that your read on the interview as well?
100%. And I think what was said during that interview is really, really relevant and really important, which is that, you know, when you study as much as you have to compete in this league, it's still about being able to call upon that information within 15 seconds, taking in all those contexts that you get in the question and putting it into practice and then getting to that answer. And it's something that just comes easier as you do it more and more and more. And as you can see out of his opponent in Gold Leader, he's a guy that's played so much this year. He's played very, very pristine Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And hopefully for him, he can continue this run on with Lights Out Laura Kelly, because she is another competitor out there who will not let you get by on having a couple misses in each round. That's not going to happen. Not against her. You've got to be basically perfect if you want to get that belt at the end of the road.
And to echo your own sort of advice from round number 2, it's best to not be too arrogant when you're going up against somebody of the caliber of a Lights Out Laura Kelly. That was the match here today. I'm no Joseph Scrimshaw, but I am telling Joseph New York City this week, Thursday and Friday, you can come get tickets. And obviously Saturday is the big Movie Trivia Schmoedown live event in Brooklyn, New York at the Roulette Intermediate Theater. So excited to be back. It's going to be a good time in the Big Apple. For tickets to the Schmoedown, you can go to theschmoedownlive.com. For my stand-up shows, markellis.live is the address. Andrew, it's so great to be back with you after all these many years. Well, it felt like years, at least it did on this end of the table.
I got an answer right today. I actually knew an answer to one question in the entire match. I'm feeling good. I think you're good luck.
You know what? I think I have need for you on the Master's Sail Barge. So until next time, that is Andrew Guy. I am merely Mark Ellis. For everyone here behind the scenes at Skybound, our incredible writing crew headed up by the great PJ Campbell, Jennifer Sturger, our competitors and managers today, Joseph Scrimshaw, Gold Leader, Moose Haas, and of course, the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Barney. That's all for today. We'll see you soon right here on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Now, okay, so great win for Gold Leader, my good friend, my buddy, my pal, I would say. And yeah, it's also a great play by Joseph the Jedi Scrimshaw. Just, you know, Star Wars is just the division where you cannot afford to miss once. And unfortunately for Scrimshaw, he missed too many times to come back from it, and he also went to multiple choice too many times to also save himself from a loss. And sometimes that's really all you need. I think there was definitely a Star Wars match this season where I can't remember the two people who played it, but actually it might have been Gold Leader versus Zach Burkett, where Zach Burkett went to multiple choice once, and he just got, him and Gold Leader went perfect the entire game, but Burkett went to multiple choice once, and that is why he lost, because of the multiple choice stuff. So Star Wars is, without a doubt, easily the toughest division in the Schmoedown, and it's probably going to get even tougher when they're going to add small screen Star Wars next year. And back to myself, I got 10 questions right today, which some might say it's a good score in a Star Wars game, but remember, I have had at least 3 questions. I'm thinking this could go up to a 13, because there was 2 questions in particular where I knew half an answer, but I do not consider myself a point for those, because, like I said, it's half the answer. It's just the first name of a character, not the full name of a character. It's human versus human beings. So yeah, and also that Kit Fisto question really bothers me, because first of all, I do not look at what the question is on the screen, even though I have that option, because I like to hear the question, because that is how the players play this game, and that is how it's played in the fan leagues and such. So I do not look at the question. So I did not quite understand the Kit Fisto question, which is why, even though I know Kit Fisto's species is Nautolan, I did not answer Nautolan because I did not understand fully the question. Like, I thought they were talking about, like, his Padawan, which also isn't very humanoid. It's a Mon Calamari. So yeah, see, I know Star Wars, I just didn't understand the question. That's why I only have 10 points and not potentially 13. Or rather, no sir, all 13, as I probably think I should. So anyways, that's just me ranting about my performance in the Star Wars match. I think I did quite well enough. Not enough to compete, but enough to show that I know Star Wars just as much as any average guy on the street. I went perfect in round 2 for the Revenge of the Sith questions. I just want to point that out. No multiple choice needed. So that's just me. Congratulations to Evan, and I will see all of you sometime later in my next match. Goodbye for now.
Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.